Hey guys, I'm back again, and this week I'm going to be answering a question that comes up all the time, and that is, should I conduct a free trial when I don't have any clients? So I'm going to get that answered for you. I'm also going to give you some of my best trust building strategies when you're inside a meeting, and as usual, like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell on, and let's get started with the video. Okay, so free trials, this is something that pops up almost every single day, and it's always a really tricky question to answer because it comes back down to the individual. Only you can put a monetary value on what your time is worth. So if you don't feel comfortable working for free, then you quite simply can't do a free trial because you're not going to put your efforts into it. Now, when I first started out, there was absolutely no way that I was going to do a free trial. I had it in my head when I was training myself that my time is worth so much more than that. Like, I'd rather not have the client at all than work for free. Did I end up doing a free trial? Yeah, I did. And I'm going to explain my thought process and how I ended up caving in this video. But yeah, no, I did end up conducting a free trial, but I only did one, and I would never, ever, ever do it again. So I am a very strong believer that a free trial should only ever be used to get your foot in the door when you don't have any clients and you don't have any previous results. And obviously, with free trials, like everything, they have their pros and their cons. There's only one pro and there's one con for free trials, and the bad part, you're giving away your time for free and you're kind of devaluing what you're doing. The good part is instant buying. So when you offer someone a period of your time for free, you are going to gain their trust instantly because you are prepared to give away X amount of days and work on someone's adverts to prove to them, just to prove that you can bring them results for their business. So you're going to get their buy-in straight away. So that's the best part of free trials, and that's why they're such a powerful tool when you're trying to get your first client. So later in this video, I'm going to be talking you through how I structured my trial and also the ad strategy that I use. But first of all, let me talk you through how I came about agreeing a trial in the first place. So as I say, it was my first client, and I booked the meeting after, I think it was my first 15 cold calls. And yeah, I booked it in for 2 days later, and it was with two business owners, a husband and a wife. It's a big restaurant in my local city. It seats about 200 people. I knew I was going to have my hands full having the meeting with husband and wife, but I just dived straight in, conducted the meeting, small talk, spoke about the revenue, what's working, what's not working, where they need to be. I showed them their current posts on Facebook and kind of tore them to shreds a bit, compared them to their competitors, and all the usual stuff you go through in a meeting without going through too much. And then obviously I got on to price. Now, when I got onto price, I got a very big pushback, and that was because they didn't trust me. They didn't trust that what I was saying was legit. And actually, maybe they trusted me, but they had doubts because I didn't have them fully bought in, and it is very hard. It is very, very hard, and make that black and white there, to get people bought in, to get businesses bought in when you don't have previous results, because you're blowing air. Like you are in a way, you're blagging. Like you've taken this training course, you've looked into Facebook ads, you've had a little play around with it, but you haven't actually worked on any adverts yet. This is all theory in your head. Like in your head, you're like, I can generate results, but you've got to prove it, and you can't physically prove it if you haven't got any results previous. So I had this pushback on price, and I was just battling back and forth and not getting anywhere. And in the end, I'd caved, and I just said, look, I will work for you for free for 2 weeks, and all you have to pay for is the adverts, and I'll do this to prove to you that I can generate the results that I'm telling you I can. And instantly, their faces change, as they would. You're being offered something for free. When you're offered something for free, if you know it can bring value to you, you are not going to turn it down. I already had them bought in on Facebook. They already knew how powerful Facebook could be. I just didn't have them bought in on my ability to actually perform for them. So that everything changed then. And what I basically said, I said, look, let's book another meeting in. Give me 2 days. I want to come in and see you in 2 days' time. I'm going to put a proposal together for this free trial. I'm going to put some structure together. I'll present this to you again, and we can get this nailed down, get this signed up, and get started. Are we in agreement? Yes, great. There we go. And that leads me on to and we booked in a meeting a couple of days after that, and I put together this structure. So what structure is, what did I use for my structure for my free trial? So I'm going to see if I can put maybe some text up in this corner so you can see that. So first of all, I conducted my trial was just a 2-week period, as I said, 2 weeks as an absolute max, and I don't think you should give your time for any more than 2 weeks. 2 weeks is even pushing it because Like, why? Why should you work for free? I've heard of people doing 1 month, 2 month trials. Like, why on earth would you work for free for 1 or 2 months? Like, move on to someone else. Like, move on. That client isn't worth your time. Like, if they expect you to work for free for 1 or 2 months, they are not even worth your time, unless they're like Microsoft or IBM or someone ridiculous is going to pay you like 20 grand a month. So don't even bother. 2 weeks is the absolute max that I would do. This is my personal preference. I said to them, advert spend, they should be spending £250 minimum on adverts for that 2 week period. Again, I'm not interested in a trial if you're not going to spend a minimum of £250. If I'm going to put in my free time, the least I expect you to do is put in your money so we can get some results for the period of the trial. Then I moved on to organic posting, and I said that I will post 1 post per day on their Facebook page, and it's the standard of all my clients actually. I post every single day for my clients, or I schedule the posts, and as you guys will know, I outsource those scheduled posts. But first of all, 1 post per day. Now, with regards to content for these posts, I actually took a few interior shots myself at the restaurant, and I took a video as well, which I'll go on to in a moment, but I asked them to send me over a bulk of food pictures which I could use, and I could pick through for the best organic post for that 2 week period. And then that leads me on to adverts. I said to them that I was going to make 6 adverts for that trial period, 3 a week. So I had 3 ads running continuously at all times, and I changed them after a week to refresh the content so it wasn't boring to the people that were seeing it. Now, what I did was I put this in my social media proposal. So I added this as an extra page in my main proposal. Now, if you haven't seen my proposal yet, go on my website, jordanplatten.co.uk, sign up to my mailing list, and you will automatically be sent my proposal. Now, in there, I highlighted everything that you can see there. Let's get rid of that now. I added into my terms and conditions something along the lines of, well, it basically said that after the 14-day trial period, first payment would be taken, and then payments would be taken every 30 days after that. So essentially what it means is the main contract would resume after the 14-day trial. So I presented this to the business owners, and what I said alongside it is very, very important. This is extremely important when you are going to be conducting a trial. You have to manage their expectations and let them know what to expect. So throughout, even before I had this second meeting, I said to them, look, if I conduct a trial period, then we are going to get a really, really great social return on investment. Okay, now what I mean by that is you're going to get a lot more engagement. Your posts are going to get an awful lot of engagement. You're going to get loads of really great comments. There's going to be likes, there's going to be shares, and I just wanted to get as many people involved as I could. But you're not going to get a monetary return on investment, I'd hope, for an extra like 5 bookings or something along them lines, but I'm not promising you a monetary return on investment, because you won't get results with social media. Social media, you have to build it up. You're not going to get results, proper return on investment, monetary return on investment, until the 30 to 90 day periods after I start working with you. Okay, so we have to build it up. So these 2 weeks are just going to be engagement, and you need to manage their expectations with that, because I've had it so many times where people have been commenting on Facebook groups saying like, I'm doing a trial period and I need to get results because I've promised my client all these results. Like, do not promise sorry, my phone's battery thing come up. Do not promise your clients results, like on a trial period, like black and white. Don't promise them monetary results, like, because you're not going to get them. You might by fluke, but under promise and over deliver every time. Don't over promise and under deliver, because you're not going to sign them up. So if you manage their expectations, let them know that they're just going to get some really great engagement in this period. They're going to start, well, when they start seeing all that engagement coming through, they're going to be far more likely to say, yeah, let's give this a shot, because they're going to know you're capable of doing what you said you're going to do for them. So don't over promise. Don't tell them you're going to get monetary return on investment. So because I already said this, it was an easy sign up. They had no questions about paying the £250 ad spend. Now, if your potential clients do question that £250 ad spend, don't waste your time. Simple as that. If they're not willing to invest the money, then you're not going to be willing to invest your time. And just don't bother. So I presented it to them. They signed on the dotted line, and we got it all sorted, and we got started. And that leads me on to my ad structure and my ad strategy. So what I did throughout this trial, as I say, I was aiming for engagement. And really with all of my clients, even if I'm not conducting a trial or not, my first 2 weeks are pretty much all engagement ads. So what I did, I utilised engagement ads and video views. So they're both engagement ads anyway. So I had two really nice pictures. So first of all, the first week I had two really nice pictures of food on the menu. And I had a very simple caption, just basically saying, would you enjoy this burger, or do you like the look of this, or I've forgotten what it actually was, but very short caption, and it was just asking a question to get people involved. And we had loads of comments on them, and that was great. My video views, I mentioned it earlier, when I'd done my kickoff meeting, I recorded videos of just panning around the restaurant. Very simple video. So panning around the outside, panning around the inside, download iMovie on your mobile, stitch it all together, takes all of 15 minutes, and then upload that as video views, basically just saying, have you seen our wonderful restaurant, etc, etc. A little bit of text on there, again just involving people and getting that exposure, getting that brand awareness. So that's what I did for my first week, and then on the second week I actually introduced one traffic ad. So I had two more engagement ads. So I swapped those two nice food pictures out for two new food pictures, and then I introduced an engagement ad, which was essentially just a carousel ad, which was kind of running people through their current offers. So they had they already had like a 2-for-1 on cocktails. They had a 3-course meal for $14.95 and like a 2 courses for $10.95 or something like that. And I basically had a link to the menu in the description or in the ad copy, and then the carousel was the different offers. Now, during that 2-week period, as I say, each of those had a £5 a day ad spend. So £5 a day on each of those ads. Now, during that trial period, we had some really great results. So, let's see if I can flash up some posts right now. Okay, so as you can see, we've got a picture of a mixed grill. It's got 186 likes on there, 131 comments and 11 shares. Really great engagement. And then we also have this picture of a funky Christmas tree. And funny enough, the actual restaurant is based in an old prescription library, hence why there's books there. Again, over 200 likes, really great engagement for the first 2 weeks. And I just basically presented all of these posts back to the library. So going on to that, so when I finished the 2-week trial period, I put together a presentation. Now, it was basically just screenshots. So I screenshotted all of the adverts that I'd done for them so they could see all the engagement. I specifically screenshotted the comments. So all the comments saying, like, we need to go here, we need to try this place out. All the ones which are leaning towards monetary return on investment further along the line. So I really highlighted those. I also then kind of spoke about how much the page had grown, and I showed them the back-end analytics of the page. So if you go onto the page, onto a Facebook page, and you go onto the analytics, or I think it's called the insights, you'll be able to see how much the page has grown. Now, because they were only posting like once a week before, like their engagement had gone up by something silly like 2,000%. So you show them these statistics and they're going to be so impressed by them. I'll see if I can find, okay, let me see if I can flash up that image now as well. I'll see if I can find it on my computer, hopefully I can, of what I actually showed them. Now, as you can see, these figures are large. I mean, they're really big figures and they are really impressive for a business owner to see. So I showed it to them and they were blown away. They loved it. So it was no question. We signed them up, and that was my first paying client. So that was £1,000 a month I signed them up for. I still have that client to this day. So my first client, still got them, retained them. Last month, I got them an extra 300 heads through their door, which equated to between £5,000 and £6,000 revenue. So they're absolutely laughing. They're absolutely laughing. Obviously, we upped their ad spend to £500 a month. And yeah, it's going really well, and that is why I conducted that free trial, and that's what it's all about. If you can't get that initial buy-in from them, the only way to do that is to offer your time for free and instantly gain their trust. And that's it. I mean, this video, I know I've aimed it towards restaurants, but you can mold this to any industry. This will work. The structure I've used, you'll be able to use this for any niche. So go try it out. If you're struggling to get clients, try a free trial. Don't do more than 2 weeks. Don't sell yourself short. Yeah, I mean, that's it. That's me done for this week, guys. I hope you got value out of this video. If you've conducted any trials yourself and you've had success from them, drop me a comment. I'd be interested to hear. Or if you're still struggling to get your first client, let me know and I'll see if there's anything I can do to help. As usual, I'd appreciate it if you could share this video with anybody you think will get value from it, anyone who's a bit stuck at the moment maybe. And then of course, subscribe to me. If you're not already subscribed to me, what are you doing? Get on there, click that button right now, and I'll be back again next week. I'll see you then, guys. Cheers.